Just start out by saying that we have a lot of respect for Georgia Southern, and they're a tough physical football team, and I thought we played well against the option, and I was really proud of our defense for swarming to the ball. Loved the defensive game plan that we had. Really proud of Coach Briles and the game plan that they had, and getting the ball, throwing the ball a little bit more. So, we're 3-0. We're excited about that. We're excited about next week. With that, we'll answer any questions you have.
Coach, what did you think about the play of the offense, and specifically KJ, 13 of 23 for 366 and 3 touchdowns?
Every time he misses a throw, it's like, oh my gosh, in my mind. But then when he throws one, we go 91. He throws a nice drop pass to Warren Thompson, and it's 60 for a touchdown. I'm like, well, that's what he's supposed to do. I think Dan Marino missed a pass or two. So my mind's got to work a little bit different. He's our quarterback. He's doing a really nice job. He missed a couple of open ones. That's going to happen. But he's a competitor. He's a competitor. And I was really proud of him. He still has that option to run. And he's got some pretty good wideouts there to throw the ball to.
Sam, when you came off at halftime, you were a little bit frustrated with the TV interview you did. What was happening in the second quarter? And then what did you do to kind of get over the hump and get going in the third?
Yeah, I don't mean to be frustrated, and sometimes it just kind of comes out, but I was frustrated at halftime of the Rice game. I was disappointed today, but we had them down 24-0, and we let them loose on the one long run, and then we don't answer the bell there. We did, I guess, 21-0. We ended up kicking a field goal, and then we gave up a field goal before half. I didn't think we were in sync on offense. I thought we was playing well on defense, but we let the guy loose. So I was just disappointed in the passion. I couldn't feel it like I normally thought that our team plays with. And maybe they were just business as usual. It wasn't they were playing bad. I was just disappointed in the enthusiasm that we had, and basically letting them back in the game there.
Sam, I had a two-parter. First, Burks, I know he'd had 10 catches those first 2 games, but this is really a big breakout game. What did you think of his game, and especially that 91-yard play where he, ran for most of it?
Yeah, ball was behind him on one where he was wide open on a stock and go, but he made the play, and that would have been a touchdown as well, And then I was really excited about Kern and Tyson Morris on that screen. We worked the heck out of it this week and throwing it out there to Burks, and then he went, I think it was 91 yards maybe. He's a big old guy that can run, and I went over, congratulated him. He said, I just waited my turn, and because 84 had already, Thompson had already went one. So tried to get the ball to him several different ways. We tried to hand it to him, tried to pitch it to him, tried to throw it to him. So he's a good player, and we got to continue to get the ball in his hand.
And then I think Ty Clare, he didn't start, but he played right tackle, right guard, and center. It's not often you see a guy play 3 spots in a key part of the game like that. What do you think of Ty doing that? And do you have any update on Ricky and Dalton? What happened with them?
Well, Ricky, I don't know anything about Ricky right now, but I do know this, that Ty, he's valuable, and we do this, how you going to play the players. And so I knew that he was going to be the next man over here, next man at center, next man at right tackle. I mean, we know that on Saturday morning. I don't want to be surprised, but more importantly, I want Cody to know where he's going. I know it's silly, but we go all the way to the 5th team left tackle. Who's going to play? We go 4 to 5 guys deep at center, just to make sure that we're ready. If this thing happens, I don't want to panic. I want to go, this is what we're going to do. And we stayed by the book with Ty because we knew he could be successful. He's smart, played a lot of ball.
Just after cleaning up the penalties last week, was that a concern today, especially going into A&M next week?
But anytime you have penalties, they're always a concern. I think, holding, some things like that. I mean, if you get two holding penalties called a game, that's about average. But you get late hits and things of that nature. We got to clean it up. I mean, it's 15 yards of something that, this is the second game that it's happened to us. So we've got to clean that up. We will. I'm sure we will. But yeah, penalties. We've got to cut that down.
Like you said, in the first half, it wasn't like your defense was playing bad, but Georgia Southern just had 67 yards of offense after halftime. What changed? What tightened up?
Was playing bad.
No, I agree
I said
with
that
you.
they lost contain on the quarterback the one play, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, just your defense just gave up 67 yards after halftime. I guess what tightened up?
Wasn't that fun? And the guys on the sideline, once we put the twos in there, they were one of that shutout in the second half, and then the guys went in there and did a really good job of shutting them. I was really proud of the two offense because they went down there and they scored with Malik there. It wasn't completely the two until we got maybe to the 40, but it was a two defense totally that stopped them there. And then let's face the facts, we got the ball with 6-something left in the game, and the two offense ended up having the ball at the end. Now that's honestly, that's awesome. That the guys can do that. It really is.
Coach Johnson had that big play after KJ's interception last week, had the touchdown today in the red zone. How crucial has he been through the first 3 games?
It seems like he's making at least one big play all the time, and then he's out there blocking for a touchdown. Rocket Sanders touchdown last week. Tyson Morris was the main blocker on that, once he got past the line of scrimmage on that touchdown. So, I mean, he's making critical at the point of attack blocks, and he's making critical catches. It just goes to show, in my opinion, that transfer is not always the answer if you're not playing. Maybe play better, maybe work harder, maybe get your shoulder right, whatever it is. And because he's a great example of that. And I mean, he's helping us win ball games, and I'm really, really happy for him and happy he decided to come back.
Jared talked about Ty a little bit moving all over the line, but you also saw Luke Jones in there today, and then also
awesome.
Brady Latham moving over to right tackle. What did you think about those two guys?
That was awesome. I wanted to see Luke in there. I did. He was, he's sweating and stuff. He's all happy, and I hope he played well. It looked like he did, and we need, the D line right now, they're playing 8 or 9 guys, and we need to get O-line wise where we can get to 8, and play them on a regular basis. And I was really, really happy to see him in there. And, I love the kid, good kid, works hard. But I hope he played well. I believe that he did.
I wanted to ask you about your running back depth again. And you got a bunch of guys in there again today. And what did you think of the mix, and how's Dominic?
I think Dominic just had the wind knocked out of him. So he's fine. He didn't, I don't know if he came back in the game. I guess he didn't, but he just had the wind knocked out of him. And the rest of them, I thought they all ran well. Smitty's beat up a little bit, so we decided not to put him back in the game. But 0, 5, I believe that was Oglesby at the end. Was that Oglesby at the end of the game? He looked fast, didn't he? So, and Javen Hunt came in and did good. I was proud to see him run. I mean, first run, Coach Kenny's on the headset going, he missed the read, and he ran for 11 yards. It'd be cool, man. You got to rush for 11 yards. I mean, Cody's getting a big head, if he don't get 20 yards of carry, he's off. No. But I thought he hit it well, and he went up there and ran for 11 yards.
Two-parter again. You mentioned, I think it was after the game last week, the trail, and was the happiest guy in the locker room, or as happy as anybody, even though he didn't get a bunch of catches. What does that say about him? Because a lot of star players aren't like that.
Says it about our team. Our team wants to win. And he's certainly a good player, but he's not selfish, nor is anybody else in that locker room, including coaches. And we got a team now, and I'm proud that he does that, but that's what kind of kid he is. If he did something different, I would be shocked, him or anybody else in there. We got a team, and you know, we don't have to have the best players. We just have to have the best team. Our kids have bought into that.
He got a little bit of extended action there. What'd you think of his play?
Well, I thought he's still fast, you know, and he made the one guy miss him, and he went in there and scored. And, you know, he could have thrown the ball on one of them. You know, he could have thrown the ball. I was glad to see John Stephen get in there and play a little ball today too. But we have not had that situation since I've been here. You know, that was foreign territory. You know, get so-and-so in a game, you know, or more importantly, get somebody out of the game. You know, we haven't had that. And I'm so proud of the guys. They were ready to go in there and play. And like I say, we went 7-0 with, you know, with our twos in there, and they subbed their guys too. You know, I'm not saying that, but I've always had great respect for Georgia Southern. I really had. They scared me to death coming in here this week.
Trey Williams had a sack and a half today. So what do you think about the way he got after the quarterback, and are those penalties that he's gotten the last couple of weeks maybe a little bit of a concern?
They concern to you? They are to me. I mean, they wouldn't be. You wouldn't ask me the question. Yeah, they sure are. We got to get that fixed. He's a good football player and all that, but 3 personal fouls in 2 games. Yes, we got to get it fixed. He knows that, but we'll get it fixed.
It's just how big to be 3-0 when you start the SEC season against a nationally ranked A&M team, to have some confidence going into it.
You know, again, you just can't. We don't look at the schedule, you know, but when you've already played it, you do a little bit. And I was really proud. I'm proud to be 3-0. I'm not me, our team, you know, and our coaches. Texas A&M is a great football team. I mean, they finished 4th last year. And I know this, when we played them last year, they was the best football team we had played at that time. And that's no disrespect to Georgia because we had played them, but that day they were the best team we had played. And I told Jimbo that. I'm sure, you know, their defense is giving up no points, you know, and all those things. So we're so excited to go in there and play them and see what happens. And I'm sure they are us as well, but we're excited to get down to Dallas. You know, we got a week to get prepared for them, and we will. We're banged up. We got to get healthy. And I'm sure they've got some injuries too. But it's on CBS. It's a big deal. And all of them is big to us. So, but it's nice to get some exposure for the University of Arkansas.
Coach, I noticed Jaden Johnson played a lot nickel today. Was that something you planned coming in, and how do you think he did?
I saw him make a couple of tackles. You know, I haven't watched the tape, obviously, but I saw him make a couple of tackles. He brought it, you know, a couple of times. Big old kid, you know. He's from South Georgia, you know. So we're trying to get him more and more plays. You know, Slusher came in and made a big hit in there. It's so nice to have him back too. I know you didn't ask about him, but yes, I think he's going to be a really good player in our future, and he's a really good player now, but I think he's going to get better and better. So yes, we want to get him on the field. Thanks, Coach. Go Hogs.